dear students, this is Achal Singh. Once again, we are here on this platform. So, today we are going to discuss one very important topic from parts of speech, which is noun. So, what is a noun basically? Let's first understand about noun. So, if I say, let's say that we have discussed previously that noun is what? Noun is a naming word. Okay, noun is a naming word. In short, if I ask you, you can always recall noun is a naming word. But when we are about to define it, let me just give you a quick example and quick definition of what noun is. So, a noun is a word basically. What is a noun? A noun is definitely a word. A noun is a word that names something. Okay, noun is a word that names something, such as person, such as name of a person. Okay, place, thing, or maybe idea. Name of an idea can also be a noun. So in a sentence where noun plays the role of a subject, basically in a sentence, if I say what is a noun, so you can always see that noun is playing role of a subject, direct object, indirect object, subject complement, object complement, or maybe it is a modifier over there, right? Example: dog cat, dog, bicycle. Anything which has a name is definitely a noun when it comes to grammar parts of speech, right? An idea, justice is an idea, right? That's the name. So, justice, or maybe a quality, softness. So, anything which has a name is definitely a noun. So, noun in short is a naming word. Okay, let's discuss some more about it. So, a noun is a word used to name a person, animal, place, thing, and abstract idea. I just now said about idea. So, abstract idea. What is the meaning of the word abstract here? So we have to decode each and every word so that we have a lot of clarity when we are revising, reading, or maybe when you are watching the session. Your concepts should be clear. That is why I'm just I'm telling you each and everything mentioned over here, and even in all the session we'll be discussing in detail, so that your English becomes really strong, your English language part is strong. So what is an abstract mean? Abstract is basically an idea but not a physical thing. Abstract is an idea or a feeling but not a physical thing. But not a physical thing. So, a noun is a word used to name a person, animal, place, thing, and abstract idea. For example, Chandragupta Maurya was a great king. So, you see here Chandragupta Maurya, the name Chandragupta Maurya is a noun, was a great king. Again, king is a noun here, right? So, this is the underlined words are noun here. So, there are various types and kinds of noun that we will be discussing for sure. Let's discuss more about noun because that's very important. It is one of the most important chapter when it comes to parts of speech, right? As I said, they are used as subject, object, direct object, indirect object. They are used as subject, object, direct object, indirect object, as modifiers, everything, right? Okay. So, what is a noun? A noun is defined as a naming word. It is a word that is used to refer to the name of a person, particular or referred to in common, any particular name of a person, or maybe any name which is referred in common, a place in particular or maybe in general, a thing referred to the same kind of class, a collection or a person of thing. A notion. Notion again. What is notion here? The term notion here means what? Notion here again means anything which that you have in your mind, an idea, right? So if I say Vijay is a person, boy is a class of person, Delhi a particular place, city a kind of a place, joy a notion, Vijay is a talented boy who comes from Delhi, which is often referred to as the city of joy. See how wonderfully we have used so many uh, words as noun in a sentence, and that definitely makes a good sense, right? So, this is an example associated here, but they definitely have different kinds and type. We'll know how many kinds and types are there. So, when I talk about kinds of noun, so number one kind is proper noun. What is a proper noun? Name of a particular person. Name of a particular person is a proper noun, or a place. For example, a person, place, animal, thing, any particular name. For example, my name is Achal, I am a particular person. Your name is Rahul, your name is uh, Priya, your name is Rohan, your name is Pooja. You can be anybody, right? But you are a particular person, you are in a particular place. And again, you have particular things, like girls might have particular cosmetics. So, those cosmetics are a number of items which definitely has a name, right? So Tulsidas was a great writer. Again, Tulsidas here is a name of a particular person. The second one is common noun. What is a common noun? Name given in common to a person or thing of the same kind of class. Example, she is a good girl. Again, girl is a term used for any female, any girl. Okay, this city is beautiful. Okay, so again, this city can be used as a common noun. Beautiful is definitely an adjective here, but city here is a common noun, right? So what is a common noun? Name given in common to a person or thing of the same kind of class. What is a collective noun? A collective noun is a noun which noun, name of persons or things taken together and spoken as whole number of. Herd of cattle, bunch of keys, bouquet of flowers, group of students, or maybe group of people, cluster of stars. These many are collective noun. Another one is abstract noun. The name of a quality, a state of mind, or a state of life is abstract noun. Something which you cannot see or touch, right? Something which cannot be seen or touched but can be felt. Can be felt. For example, honesty is a virtue. So, honesty, you can feel someone's honesty, you can feel someone's virtue, but you cannot see or touch it. Next is material noun. All those nouns which are used to refer to metals and materials. The ring is made up of gold, so gold is the name of a material. The ring is made up of gold, so there is a metal which is made up of gold. So whatever is made, whatever substance is used to make something is a material noun, right? Now, proper noun, if I say John, okay, let me just give you a quick example. If I say John, John is a name of a particular person. John stays in city. Common noun. John is a boy. Common noun. John has a group of friends, and those group of friends, like she has a. You can say that he has a girl gang, and they are all bevy. What is bevy? Collectively, girls collectively known as bevy of girls. Okay, so he's friends with bevy. And then you can say abstract noun, they are very kind to him. Kindness, right? They are adorable. Kindness, adorable. So these are the qualities which you cannot see or touch but you can feel. Again, they wear silver jewelries, they wear gold jewelries. So this way you can understand how the kinds of nouns are divided here. Okay, so number one is proper noun, number two is common noun, number three is collective noun, fourth is abstract noun, fifth is material noun. Proper noun for particular person or place, common noun for anything, name, and anyone whose name is in common, Collective noun, a group or collection of something. Abstract noun, something which tells the quality or an idea but cannot be seen or touched but can be felt. Material noun is a material of something, right? Next is, moving on to the next. So there are certain more classifications of noun. What are those classifications? Noun falls under two classifications. Number one, countable nouns, and number two, uncountable nouns. Now anything which can be counted are the name of object, people, etc. that we can count. Anything which can be counted is a countable noun, of course. Book, pen, apple, boy, sister, doctor, house, anything which you can count. Now are the name of things. Uncountable nouns, noun are the name of things which we cannot count. Anything which cannot be counted is an uncountable noun. You cannot count milk, you cannot count oil, you cannot count honesty. They mainly denote substance and abstract. Basically, they cannot be counted. They cannot be counted, but can be measured. They can be measured, like we can measure milk, we can measure rice, we can measure oil, but we cannot count milk, oil, water, anything like this. And they are mostly abstract noun or material noun. They are uncountable nouns are also known as mass noun, as they are always in bulk. So they are also known as mass noun. Okay, so you can remember uncountable or mass noun, any one of this. Okay, moving on. Now this is very, very important. Noun number is one of the most important thing in the whole grammar. Why? Because all your rules are based on noun number. Noun based on number. What is number here? Singular noun or plural noun. Singular denotes one person or thing. Singular stands for one. Whereas plural denotes more than one person or thing. Plural stands for many. Like bird, river, girl. Singular noun. Birds, rivers, girls, plural noun. See, if I say calf, calf is a singular noun. Calves is plural. Wife, singular. Wives, plural. Knife, singular. Knives, plural. Tooth, singular. Teeth, plural. Man, singular. Men, plural. So these are all what? These are all noun numbers which defines these, whether the subject or the object, whatever is used, is in which number. It is in singular number or plural number. Okay, so noun is divided in two numbers, singular and plural. Next is, some noun have both singular and plural alike. In some cases we have seen that noun, whether in singular or plural, they are alike. So some of these examples are, this sheep is mine. So here when you use this and is, this means that the noun used here is definitely of singular number, which means it's a singular subject. The subject here is singular. But when I say these sheep are mine, the subject is plural here, plural subject. The subject becomes plural. So according to your understanding, you will use, even in your communication, according to your understanding, you will use singular or plural noun. Okay, next are some of the rules of noun. Let's see what rules of nouns are there. Rule number 1 says, before singular countable noun, first of all, singular means one, the number should be one. Countable, which can be counted, and noun, the name, it should be a naming word. We must use article a or an. What a beautiful sky. So sky here is my singular countable noun. Sky is one in whole universe. Anything which is anything in nature which is one. Anything nature which is one. Sky, right? So definitely there are not many skies. We never say skies, we say always sky, right? So we will use article a or an with it. Second rule says, use some with plural countable noun. What if that countable noun is plural? What if that countable noun is plural? As seen here, I read some good novels recently. So novels is plural here. So what am I supposed to use here? Can I use any article here? No, we will not use article here. We will use some here. We will make use of some. Okay, I read some good novels recently. Use few with countable nouns and less with uncountable nouns. Okay, these are some divisions of the adjectives which are given over here, that we when to use few, when to use less. Few, fewer, fewest, less, lesser, least, right? These are adjective. So whenever my noun is countable, I will use few. Whenever my noun becomes uncountable, I will use less. Let's see how. Last year, less amount of money went into IT companies. Last year, less amount of money went into IT companies. Okay. So, can you tell me how much amount am I talking about here? You can't, right? Why? Because here money is your uncountable now. So, we are using less. What if I say I read few interesting novels. I read few interesting novels. So here few means definitely you can count on them. You know how many few novels we are talking about. So we will make use of the word few. Next rule says use some and any with uncountable noun. So where to use some and where to use any? We will always use some or any with uncountable noun. We bought some tea. Can you count tea or tea leaves? You can measure them, right? You can weigh them, but you cannot count them. So we bought some tea. And usually when the sentence is negative, or maybe there are some plural countable noun, we make use of any also. You can use some and any with plural countable noun. Plural countable noun, more than one, countable, can be counted. Are there any pens in the box? Question mark. Okay. So this is how we'll be using some or any with uncountable or countable nouns here. Next, we use much and little with uncountable nouns. So much and little will be used with what? Uncountable nouns. The girls were looking a little off color. A little, see, a little. Adjective of quantity. Little, much, more, many, these are adjective of quantity. So adjective of quantity will be used with uncountable noun. There wasn't much to write. I have much work to complete. So again, when you say much and you use it with any noun, that noun is definitely an uncountable noun, right? Next, countable noun are used with a or an, the, many, few, fewer, number, this, that, each, either, neither, there, those, some, any, enough, a number of, right? We use countable nouns with all of the words written over here. Remember this, okay? Countable ones. And when they are uncountable, non-countable nouns are used with much, less, lesser, this, that, some, any, enough, amount of. And many nouns can be used as countable and uncountable, usually with a difference in meaning. For example, if I say some students are excellent, and similarly when I say give me some water. So when I say some students are excellent, I definitely know which student am I talking about. So this becomes my countable noun. And when I say give me some water, this becomes an uncountable noun. Okay, again, this was an example where countable and uncountable can be used, but the meaning is different. One is plural, one is singular. Okay, we can consider one singular plural as I have used students here. Okay, and if I say I have much work to be done. So again, you cannot count work, right? So much is used as uncountable noun again. Okay. Next is some nouns have the same form for the plural as well as singular. Okay, there are some nouns which will always use the same form as singular also as plural also, and these are some of the examples we discussed just now. Just in one of the rules we discussed sheep, species, deer, aircraft, offspring, yoke, spacecraft, salmon. So these are some of the examples of noun which can be used both as singular and as well as plural noun. Similarly, when we say some nouns are used in singular only, similarly there are some nouns which can always be used as singular noun only and not plural. They can always be used as singular noun and not plural. Okay, so what are they? Again, they can be used as singular and not plural. So the following are the nouns that belong to this category: advice, corn, grain, justice, clothing, information. For example, you cannot say advices, you cannot say grains, you cannot say corns, you cannot say justices, clothings, informations, poetries, sceneries, machineries, hairs. There is no such word as these. Okay, you will always use what? You will always use these forms: advice, corn, grain, justice, clothing, information, poetry, scenery, machinery, hair. Okay, for example, advice is the noun form and advice, se, advice is the verb form. Okay, when we say advice, advised, verb forms, advices, advising. Okay, so si1, sing, remember with sing, this one is verb, and ce, the word with ce is a noun. The advice of the doctor is that I should not smoke. Advice here is what? Noun. The doctor advised me not to smoke. Again, here what is advice? Here it is a verb. Similarly, practice is a noun and practice, se, is a verb. Okay, so remember this and just give a quick reading. Take 30 seconds time and give a quick reading so that you know that which of the following are we talking about, right? What are we actually trying to connect here? So it's very important, to understand the difference between a noun and a verb. Okay, okay, I hope this part is clear. Moving on to the next rule. Okay, so the next one rule says there are some nouns which are used only in plural form. There are some nouns which are only used only in plural form. Like, even if we are talking about them in singular, they will always have plural form, and because they have a plural form, we will always use a plural verb with them. So I'll always say where are my trousers, even if I'm asking for one particular trouser, but because it is in a pair, it will take plural verb, right? Examples are scissors, trousers, bowels, genitals, proceeds, nuptials, doldrums, shears, pantaloons, intestines, gymnastics, riches, outskirts, earnings, spectacles, shorts, biceps, premises, thanks, gallows, socks, shoes, summons, darts, billiards. So these are some of the very common words which usually come in exam. Now there are many words. If you go and see, there are hundred and thousands of such words, but we are being specific with these words. Why? Because these are some of the words which have usually come in the exams from any exam point of view, if I say. So these will always be a part of exam. So that is why we are mentioning some particular words, and definitely when you read a sentence, you know that in which way the sentence has been told or the sentence has been written. So you will be it will be easy for you to figure out an error. For example, if it says scissors, trousers, and if there's a word written scissor, there's a word written rich, okay, earning, so the meaning changes. But if that meaning is not fitting in that sentence, definitely you will understand that the word should be earnings here, the word should be genitals here, not genital. So you will definitely understand that this is an erroneous part. So in spotting the error, this plays a very very important role, okay, and it will help you in different parameters. Okay, so the next rule says there are some nouns which are apparently plural in form but are singular in use, which means take they will always take singular verb. For example, news, economics, physics, measles, mumps, ethics, etc. So if I say, what is the news tonight? So how many news am I talking about? I'm just talking about the news, today's trending news or anything like that. Physics is my favorite subject. Physics is my favorite subject. So physics is my favorite subject, it will be the correct answer, not physics are. Only because there is a form of s doesn't makes it plural. Similarly, if I say mathematics is difficult, so this means what? Mathematics is difficult, that this subject is difficult, right? So mathematics doesn't makes form of s doesn't makes it plural. So there are some of the words which are singular in use and always takes a singular verb, okay. Some nouns are apparently plural in form but are singular in use. Moving to the next one, the following nouns are always used in plural. For example, if I say police has come for investigation. So you will never use police has come, you will always use the term have. Why? Because the police here means there will be many men, there are many men or women who are in that particular organization who have come for the investigation, not any particular person has come for the investigation. When I say cattle, so cattle are grazing, so not cattle is grazing, right? Because the word itself is a plural form of word. People, public, poultry, so all of these words are what? They are plural in form, they take plural verb and they are used plurally, they have a plural meaning to it, okay. Moving on to the next part. Now we have some interesting collective nouns here which you must go through, because these are very much exam oriented terms, okay. A faculty of academics, a benches of bishops, a shuffle of bureaucrats, a worship of writers. When we are talking about people, in terms of people, faculty, benches, shuffle, worship, they are all collective noun. Faculty of academics, a benches of bishops, a shuffle of bureaucrats, a worship of writers. Similarly, if I talk about reptiles, a quiver of cobras, a bask of crocodiles. Talking about fish, a flock of dolphins, a school of fish, a shiver of sharks. Insects, An intrusion of cockroaches means there are many of them and they are collectively in a group. A clutter of spiders, a flight of butterflies, a worship of writers. Sorry, I think this one here is not, should not be here. This part shouldn't be here. Okay, a flight of butterflies. Next, birds, a murder of crows, a descent of woodpeckers, a run of poultry, a flight of doves. Miscellaneously, if I say a motorcade of cars, a babble of homework, a flight of stairs. So these are some of the collective nouns. Motorcade, babble, flight, they are all used. How are they used? They are used collectively. Now if I say collectively, we have definitely read about collective noun in school when you were studying in school or maybe in college. So we say a staff of servants, a staff of servants, a staff of teachers, a string of horses. Okay, stud is also one word. Stud of horses can also be used. Okay, bevy of ladies, I used that in the beginning. Bevy of ladies, board of directors, board of directors, a body of men, a body of men. Please do mention the article. Even if I miss, don't think that the article will not be used here. Article will definitely be used there. Okay, then a hedge of bushes. Okay, you must have heard this word many a times. An outfit. What is an outfit? That's a collective noun. An outfit of clothes. A party of friends. A party of friends. Similarly, a choir of singers. A choir of singers. A tribe of natives. Tribe of Indians. Tribe of natives. Uh, an army of ants. An army of ants. Okay, broth of chicken, many more. There are several, right? But we have to stick with some of the hive of bees, some of the ones which are usually exam oriented and usually comes in exam, and also we make use of them. Okay, a galaxy of stars. So these are some of the very famous ones. Okay, okay, moving on to the next. So we have some questions here. I'll counter some of the questions here and I'll make sure that you identify each and every error with the help of the rules which we will be discussing throughout, which we have discussed, and some more we'll be discussing with the help of questions here. Okay, so first of all, you have to read the direction here, read each sentence given below and find out whether there is an error in it. The error, if any, will be in one of the part of the sentence which are marked as 1, 2, 3, 4. If there is no error, the answer will be 5, that is no error. Okay, so you have to find error. I'll do the first one for you and then the rest you are supposed to do. I'll show you the questions from 1 to 10 and then we will discuss the answers. Okay, for example, I will read this like this. I'll read it like this. Darts are played by men as well as women. So when I read darts are played by men as well as women, because we are doing chapter noun, so we'll try to find the error with noun first. So darts is what? Dart is the name of a game and dart looks plural, but is it plural? This looks plural, but is it plural? No, it is the name of a game and so it is singular in meaning. Singular in meaning, so it will take what? It will take a singular verb. It will take a singular verb with it. So am I correct if I use Are with it? No. The error is in part 1 of the sentence. The sentence will be darts is played by men as well as women. This is an appropriate sentence here. Okay. So noun can be divided in several types as discussed. News, mathematics, ethics, linguistics, phonetics, politics, economics, statistics, measles, crickets, billiards, darts, innings, gymnastics, mechanics, classics, physics, summons, gallows. Every word which is singular in meaning but still has a suffix s doesn't makes it plural at all. So it will always follow what? It will always follow, always, my dear student, it will always follow singular verb. So you have to be very very cautious, okay, when you answer these questions. So I have done question number 1 for you. I'll really love if you just take 5 minutes time, and I'll make you go through all the questions and we'll discuss further. Okay, just take your time and try to analyze the questions, whether you are able to answer the questions or not. Recently, I visited Singapore and found the sceneries to be breathtaking. No error. 30 seconds time. Okay, moving on to the next question. The police is becoming more and more inactive. The police is becoming more and more inactive. Thirty seconds time. Next, the present data show that the death rate has fallen down. Okay, moving on to the next. She has bought a dozen of copies of English grammar books. Okay, next question. Indian force are known for their loyalty and integrity. Indian force are known for their loyalty and integrity. I hope you are able to figure out where is the error exactly. He instructed me to write the telegram in capital letter. Okay, next. The judge ordered that the iron of accused should be removed. Right, next. You cannot master physics without learning the formula that govern it. Next, the price of production in the industrial sector has gone up. Okay, I think I have uh, given ample time for this. Let's discuss it first. So, recently I visited Singapore and found the sceneries to be breathtaking. I definitely discussed one rule where I told you that there's no such word as sceneries. We cannot use sceneries, poetries, machineries, industries, informations like this. There is only a word scenery, which is an uncountable noun. Uncountable noun, and it cannot be made plural by any means. Okay, so we'll always use what? We'll always use a singular verb with them, and definitely they will always used as their form. Some examples are luggage, baggage, breakage, furniture, drapery, imagery, scenery, poetry, pottery, machinery work, paper, wood, iron, stone, glass, dust, dirt, electricity, traffic, information, all of these. Okay, moving on to the next one. The next question is, the police is becoming more and more interactive. Again, the police is becoming is incorrect here. The correct answer would be, the police are becoming more and more inactive, right? Although police appears singular, yet it is used in plural sense. So the correct sentence would be, the police are becoming more and more inactive. We do not need to add s or es to make them plural. They themselves, they are plural, right? Cattle, people, police, gentry, peasantry, nobility, poultry, arms, bellows, fetters, tongs, shears, public. All of these are what? All of these are plural in meaning. Next. The present date data show that the death rate has fallen down. Again, there is no such word as datas, it will be data, right? It will be data. The correct sentence should be, the present data show that the death rate has fallen down. Noun that have same form in singular and plural. This will can be used as singular also. This can be used as plural also. Example: sheep, fish, cod, yolk, salmon, pike, mackerel, series, species, deer, data, pan. We discussed this, right? The headquarters of the army is in Delhi. A series of seminar was delivered. This way we will be using these nouns. Okay, she has bought see, a dozen of copies, right? So either you use a dozen copies or you say dozens of copies. We cannot use article and of both together. Okay, so the correct sentence would be either a dozen copies or dozens of copies, right? Noun that expresses measure, money, length, weight, number, or counting. So whenever there is word like foot, 100, meter, pair, score, million, year, dozen, so we'll be using it accordingly. Okay, either with an article or with a preposition of, by making it this one plural. Okay, moving on to the next question. Question number 6 says, Indian force are known for their loyalty and integrity. So again, Indian force, there's no such word as force. We say forces. Forces here means army, right? troops. And this force, this force, force means strength. So the meaning is different. Okay. Similarly, when we say gain, gain means profit or acquisition of wealth. Whether gains means profits. Light means lamp, brilliance. Lights means lamps. Wood means timber, forest. Woods means forests. Force means strength, and forces means troop. Abuse means wrong use or reapproach. Abuses means wrong practices. Clear? Next question. He instructed me to write the telegram in capital. In capital, you will not write one letter, right? You will write many letters. So, in capital letters, again, the intention here is to convey that the complete telegram is to be written in block or capital letters. So, the correct sentence would be, he instructed me to write the telegram in capital letters. Singular form of noun and its meaning will be different when used singularly and when used with a suffix s. Next, the judge ordered the iron of accused should be removed. That the iron of accused should be removed. So the error here is in option number 3. We will use irons in place of iron. Why? Because here irons denote chains, and whereas iron denotes a metal, right? A metal. Iron means what? Iron means it's a metal, and irons here means chains. Irons of the accused should be removed. Next, you cannot master physics without learning the formula that govern it. Again, question number error is in option number 4. I can see we must replace formula. Now this everything will fall in place when you will start practicing. The more you practice, the more better you become. Okay, so you need to practice a lot. So the correct word would be formulae. Some nouns have more than one plural form with different meanings. Here formula is singular. Definitely, to master physics you cannot just go with one formula. There has to be many formulas, right? So there's no such word as formulas. It will be formulae. Plural meaning is formulae. So this is the correct meaning and correct usage of the word formulae. Okay, you can master physics by learning formulae and not formula, not just one formula. The next one says the price of production in the industrial sector has gone up. Okay, the price of the industrial section has gone up. Yeah, we can use price or cost, anything, and definitely they mean same. So this